Welcome to Winilish e-learning, an online English learning platform. Unit 1, Basic English Grammar. Part 2, Phrase and Clause.
Objectives of this unit: to enhance the students' knowledge of English language, to enable the students understand and identify phrase and clause, to enable the students differentiate between a phrase and a clause, to enable the students understand the importance of a phrase and a clause within a sentence, and to enable the students learn different types of phrase and clause.
In this section of Winilish e-learning, we shall know more about English language terms. This part of unit will cover phrase and clause.
Look at the following sentences. When Jane was returning from her office, she saw a big lioness crossing the road. Archie is ready to help a friend, Emily, in completing her project if Emily meets her before afternoon. Both of these sentences have two parts. Look at sentence 1. When Jane was returning from her office, this is part 1 of the sentence. She saw a big lioness crossing the road. This is the part 2 of the sentence. Sentence 2. Archie is ready to help a friend Emily in completing her project. This is the part 1 of the sentence. Whereas if Emily meets her before afternoon, this is the part 2 of the sentence. These parts within a sentence are called clauses. They have their own subject and predicate parts, and they can also stand alone as a complete and meaningful group.
Look at the following sentences again. Note that within these sentences and clauses, we have some more units of words. For example, in sentence 1, we have the units from her office, a big lioness, and crossing the road, while in sentence 2, we have the units to help her friend in completing her project and before afternoon. But if you notice, these units of words, they don't have any finite verb in them, nor they have their subjects or predicates. They cannot stand alone to give a complete meaning. Such a unit of words is called phrase.
Phrase. Phrase is a group of words that functions as a single unit in the syntax of a sentence, usually consisting of a head or a central word, and elaborating word or words. To simplify it, a phrase is a group of words within a sentence which has no finite verb and also lacks subject and predicate in it, and acts to complete the sentence for making it meaningful. Note that a phrase in itself neither can stand alone nor can make complete sense, but can have meaning only in the context of the sentence.
Phrase. Look at the following examples. Number 1. The tops of the mountains were covered with snow. 2. Yesterday I met a girl with blue eyes. 3. She has completed her work with great care. 4. He sacrificed his life for the sake of his country. 5. As soon as I got in, she went out. 6. What a pleasure! I won the first prize. 7. They have been playing since morning. 8. Government made a plan to help the poor. 9. I enjoy listening to the music. 10. She got an email mentioning about her exam.
Phrase types. On the basis of the sentences that you saw on the previous pages, we can classify the phrases as noun phrase, adjective phrase, adverb or adverbial phrase, prepositional phrase, conjunctional phrase, interjectional phrase, verb phrase, infinitive phrase, gerund phrase, and participle phrase. Noun phrase. Look back at sentence number 1. The tops of the mountains were covered with snow. Here, the tops of the mountains works as a noun, so it is a noun phrase. A noun phrase is usually assembled centering to a single noun and works as a subject, an object, or a complement in a sentence. More examples of noun phrase. The end of the story was unexpected. Here, the end of the story is working as a subject to the verb was. She loved to visit this place. Here, to visit this place works as an object to the verb loved. One of my close relatives brought a beautiful car. Here, the first phrase, one of my close relatives, works as a subject to the verb brought, and the second phrase, a beautiful car, works as an object to the verb brought.
Adjective phrase. Look back at the sentence 2. Yesterday I met a girl with blue eyes. Here, with blue eyes works as an adjective, therefore, it is an adjective phrase. An adjective phrase is comprised of an adjective and works as a single adjective in the sentence. More examples of adjective phrase. He is a man of friendly nature. Jenny is a girl of gorgeous style. She leads a very interesting life. The phrases in the above sentences work as adjectives, so they are adjective phrases.
Adverb or adverbial phrase. Look at the sentence number 3 again. She has completed her work with great care. Here, with great care tells the mode of the action, that is verb. So it is an adverb phrase. An adverb or adverbial phrase modifies a verb or an adjective and works as an adverb in the sentence. See more examples of adverb phrase. The horse runs at a good speed. He always speaks in a respectful manner. Seeing the dog, the cat ran as fast as possible. The phrases in the above sentences highlighted with red, they tell the mode of actions. Therefore, these are adverbial phrases.
Prepositional phrase. Look back at the sentence 4. He sacrificed his life for the sake of his country. Here, for the sake of begins with the preposition and connects the pronoun he with the noun country, so it is a prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase always begins with the preposition and connects nouns or pronouns. More examples of prepositional phrase. He is sleeping on the sofa. By working aimlessly, you will not get success. In spite of working hard, he was insulted by his boss.
Conjunctional phrase. Look at sentence number 5. As soon as I got in, she went out. Here, as soon as is a group of words that works as a conjunction in the sentence. Therefore, it is a conjunctional phrase. A conjunctional phrase works as a conjunction in the sentence. More examples of conjunctional phrase. We have to work hard so that we can win the next match. I will attend the ceremony provided that you come. The phrases in the above sentences, so that and provided that, work as conjunctions, so they are conjunctional phrases.
Interjectional phrase. Look back at the sentence 6. What a pleasure, our team won the first prize. Here, what a pleasure is a group of words that is working as an interjection. Therefore, it is an interjectional phrase. An interjection that has more than one word is called interjectional phrases. More examples of interjectional phrase. What a pity, he is dead. Oh, please, don't say that again. The phrases in the above sentences work as interjections, so they are interjectional phrases.
Verb phrase. Look at this sentence again.
They have been playing since morning. Here, have been playing is a group of words that is working as a verb. Therefore, it is a verb phrase. A verb phrase is a group of main verb and helping verb, that is auxiliary verb, within a sentence. See more examples of verb phrase. She is waiting for someone is waiting. She has been applying for this post for 2 years, has been applying. The phrases in the above sentences work as verbs, so they are verb phrases.
Infinitive phrase. Look at the sentence 8 once again. Government made a plan to help the poor. Here, to help the poor is a group of infinitive and its modifier. Such a phrase is known as infinitive phrase. An infinitive phrase contains an infinitive and modifiers and or other related words linked to it. An infinitive phrase always works as a noun, an adjective or an adverb in the sentence. More examples of infinitive phrase. I always enjoy to drive a car. She played the instrument to please the audience. The joker danced to entertain the people.
Gerund phrase. Look at the sentence number 9 once again. I enjoy listening to the music. Here, listening to the music is a verb plus ing form followed by its related word, that is listening plus to the music, and functions as a noun. Such a unit is called a gerund phrase. A gerund phrase is a group of a gerund with its modifiers and other related words linked to it. A gerund phrase always functions as a noun in the sentence. More examples of gerund phrase. Everyone enjoys watching movies. Here, watching movies works as a noun in an object form. Burning of crackers disturbs me a lot. Here, burning of crackers is another gerund phrase that is working as a noun in subject form.
Participle phrase. Look back at the sentence 10. She got an email mentioning about her exam. Here, mentioning about her exam is a verb plus ing. Present participle, form followed by its linked word and functions as an adjective. Such a unit is called a participle phrase. A participle phrase is a group of a present participle or past participle form with its modifiers or other linked words. A participle phrase is punctuated by a comma or commas, depending on its position in the sentence. A participle phrase always functions as an adjective, qualifying a noun in the sentence. More example of participle phrase. The chair made of plastic is very beautiful.
Clause. Clause is a unit of words with a verb along with its subject and predicate. If a clause provides a complete thought on its own, then it is an independent or superordinate clause. Otherwise, it is subordinate or dependent clause. In other words, a group of words that forms a part of a sentence and has a subject and a predicate of its own. It is called a clause. If a clause gives a complete meaning of its own, it is a principal or main or superordinate clause. But if a clause does not give a complete meaning of its own and depends on another clause, that is principal clause, to complete its meaning, it is called a dependent or subordinate clause.
Clause. Look at the following example. If you call me, I will come. The above sentence has two clauses. If you call me and I will come. Both the clauses have their subjects and predicates. Clause 1, if you is a subject, call me is a predicate. Clause 2, I is a subject, will come is a predicate. But the first clause is not giving a complete meaning of its own. It depends on the another clause, principal clause, to complete its meaning. Therefore, it is a dependent or subordinate clause. Whereas the second clause, I will come, gives a complete meaning of its own. So, it is a principal clause.
Look at the following sentences and notice the functions of subordinate or dependent clauses. Every student knows that syntax is very complicated. Here, that syntax is very complicated is a clause that is working as an object to the verb knows. Whatever you said against her is not true. Here, whatever you said against her is a noun clause working as a subject to the verb is. I saw a dog who was lying on the road. Here, who was lying on the road is an adjective clause that is telling the quality of the dog. I will wait for him until he arrives. Here, until he arrives is an adverb clause that is indicating time. As he was absent, I could not speak to him. Here, as he was absent is an adverb clause indicating manner. If it continues to rain, we shall not play. Here, if it continues to rain is an adverb clause indicating condition.
Clause. In the sentences given on the previous page, you must have observed that the subordinate or dependent clauses works as noun clause, adjective clause, and adverb clause. Note, adverb clause is used to indicate time, place, manner, cause or reason, purpose, condition, result or consequence, comparison, supposition or concession.
Clauses. It can be classified as number 1 principal clause or main clause and number 2 dependent or subordinate clause. Again, dependent or subordinate clause can be classified as noun clause, adjective clause and adverb clause. Now, adverb clause is used to indicate time, place, manner, reason, purpose, condition, result, comparison and concession.
Phrase versus clause. Notice the differences between a phrase and a clause. Phrase is a group of words with no complete sense. Clause is a group of words that can make complete sense. Phrase does not contain a subject and a predicate. Clause contains a subject and a predicate. Phrase cannot stand alone as a simple sentence. Clause can stand alone as a simple sentence. Only the principal or main or subordinate clause makes a complete sense and can stand alone as a simple sentence.
Understand the uses of clause and phrase in the given sentences. The match that was played in the school ground was won by us. This sentence has two clauses. The match was won by us and that was played in the school ground. In the same sentence, there is also a phrase, in the school ground. See the second sentence. The poor man whom you saw standing behind the temple has been living in this hut for 7 years. Again, this sentence has two clauses. The poor man has been living in this hut for 7 years and whom you saw standing behind the temple. This sentence again has several phrases like in this hut, for 7 years and behind the temple. So you noticed that a phrase is a smaller unit than a clause and a clause is a unit of a sentence.
Thank you for visiting Winenglish e-learning, an online English learning platform created by Vivek Tiwari and Nidhi Tiwari. If you liked our video, please subscribe our channel.